Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fleabag Full of Grace, where one host will be doing a Fleabag rewatch, while the other host will be watching it for the first time. I'm Mariquita from Post Film Clarity, and this is my third Fleabag rewatch.
And my name is Anna of Stone's Top Tens, and I've never seen Fleabag. We are two friends who each have our own movie podcasts and decided to do a limited television series together, landing on Fleabag. In each episode, we will break down an episode of Fleabag discussing the themes, scenes, and what stands out to us.
We'll cover one Fleabag episode per pod, which means 12 total pods released weekly on Thursdays. You can follow us on socials at postfilmclaritypod and at Stone's Top Tens. You can email us at either address at gmail.com.
If you're enjoying our content, feel free to check out our respective podcasts of Post Film Clarity and Stone's Top Tens wherever you listen to your pods. Let's get started.
All right. After their silent retreat, Fleabag and Claire commemorate their mother over an extremely tense meal at their father's house. So this all takes place within one meal and within one location, so it's a very short recap. But what did you think of this episode?
I was going to say that was very succinct.
That's all I got. That's all I got, babe.
That was very succinct.
Thank you.
And it is so perfect. Okay. So,
Woof.
honestly, I think this was, like, the hardest one for me to watch so far. Like, this was the one that I was, like, the most tense. It, like, there was some comedy, but it wasn't as funny as they normally are. It was much more, like, poignant and touching, and, like, I found myself, there are other characters that I haven't liked. I don't really like Martin. I'm not a fan of Bus Rodent, but, like, I had a really hard time with the godmother in this episode.
Anna's got a new op.
I do. I do. She was.
I was like,
she
you're
was
gonna end up hating her.
So. She was so bad.
Awful in this episode.
And I thought, like, I think what made it worse is, like, how much I do like Olivia Colman. And, like, Olivia Colman reminds me very much of one of my friend's moms. And and I've known this woman my entire life, and she is just a delight. She is someone that I love and care about very much. So, like, she started pulling that shit, and, like, right from the start, right from the get-go, when she, like, takes the flowers from them and then, like, puts them outside, and I was like, you twat.
Bitch.
Like, what are you doing?
She's
And all the little, like,
the worst.
she's like the queen of, a couple episodes ago, you and I were talking about how, like, women will sneak in these comments that, like, if you react to them, you come off as, like, crazy.
Yep.
And she is the queen of that in this episode, whether it's, like, being like, oh, do you want me to show you to the loo? And they're like, we lived here.
This is our house. We know where the fucking bathroom is.
Right. Or, like, saying to Arsehole Guy that, like, their mom and dad split up. Not that the mom died. Oh my gosh. And then
throughout this episode are insane. I was having a hard time with this one too. Like, I don't know, this one doesn't really stick out to me. This one hadn't really stuck out to me in previous watches. I guess I just kind of let it wash over me and was very unaffected by it, but for some reason this third time I was like, oh, I'm, like, actively angry this whole episode. I was pissed. I was like, bitch, get out of Fleabag's mommy's house. You're talking to these girls crazy right now. Like,
well, and, like, they also, this meal is meant to be, like, in memorial of their mother. And she makes the entire thing about herself. At some part, they're, like, making a joke about how she used to, and this part was so sweet. I loved this part. Fleabag, Claire, and their dad are talking about how she used to, like, give voices to all the animals in, like, the park or by their house, and they all start talking about, like, the voice she did for the squirrels, and they all start, like, imitating it. It's so funny, like, especially Claire, because she is, like, really animated in this scene, and she's so rarely
I know, right?
animated like that.
So charming.
And then the freaking godmother steps in and she's like, oh, I had an ex who did voices too, and that is very funny. It's very funny. And I was just like, bitch.
Okay. Yeah. Oh man, Olivia, it's like you said, Olivia Colman is so lovable in real life, but God, I want to beat her ass this episode. This whole episode, I'm like, I would drop kick you if you ever spoke to me or my sister like that in our fucking house. Who do you think you are?
Right. Right.
Crazy.
Exactly. And like another thing I really liked, we got to see a bit more of their dad in this episode. There's a lot more of their dad, and he is so like bumbly and fumbly, and it just cracks me up. I was a little worried why he reacted so strongly when he like dropped the appetizer on the floor and he was like,
don't let her see,
freaking out. Yes. And I was like, does she like abuse him? Because that's like a very abused person vibe.
Yeah, he does give that vibe.
But then it also gets broken up when like Fleabag takes on the floor. She's like 5-second rule, and he's like, I never ascribed to that. And then he eats one too, and like
So
they have this cute little moment, and like. What then, you know, the godmother comes in, she's like, what happened? And like Fleabag covers for him. She's like, oh, this is just a family tradition.
Like, God forbid I have fun in my own house, you know? Like, yeah, she's very, very controlling. You'll see. She's very controlling, that's all I'll say. But, yeah, the father, I think this is a really good episode for him. You're right. He gets like the spotlight quite a bit. And you finally get to see how Claire and Fleabag and their father interact, all three of them as a family, because if I'm not mistaken, this is one of the first times we see all three of them together, like hanging out.
I think this is the first time
yeah.
that we see all of them together. I really liked to, at the end of this episode, after, you know, Fleabag pushes the godmother and then the godmother slaps Fleabag, Claire comes down the stairs and she's like, you know, my stomach's acting up. And then she's like to Fleabag, she's like, you're coming too. And like they've been fighting this whole time. You know, they had the rough situation after the silent retreat. And then Fleabag, you know, reveals that about her like job promotion during dinner. And it's one of those things where like.
What do you think about that scene? Like, I meant to ask you, do you think that Fleabag is actually excited for Claire and proud of her, and that's why she wanted to announce it? Or do you think it was kind of like I don't know, it kind of felt like a double-edged sword for me. Like, I think she was doing it to kind of fuck with Claire a little bit and, like, embarrass her. But also, I think there was a part of her that's like, you should be fucking proud of yourself, and I want you to go. Like, how were you reading that?
I think two things can be true at once. So, like, I do think that part of her is proud of Claire and wants her, and, like, recognizes that this is an opportunity that she should be taking. Yeah. And I think part of her, too, is, like, I'm going to reveal this so that, like, and it's going to embarrass her that she's passing this up, and, like, the dad and the godmother are going to make her see that, like, this is absurd for you to not take. But, like, we also get that flashback with Boo where she talks about the fact that she, like, is always pushing her sister's buttons and that she needs to stop doing that. So, like, I think it can be both.
Yeah, I read it the same way as well. Just kind of, like, it is, like, a very annoying little sister thing to do, but I think it's like bullying out of love. She's like,
yeah,
I love you and I want you to have good things in your life, and I feel like you're gonna let Martin fuck it up. And I just, in her own, you know, asshole way, she is kind of like advocating for Claire. She just can't be normal
I do
about
also
it.
think it's a little bit of like a get back for when she calls her what does she say, like, my messed up sister, my broken sister.
Broken, yeah. Is
it broken sister? And, like, I think it's probably a little bit of payback for that. But I love how at the end of the episode she, like, can recognize, obviously, that, like, Fleabag is coming to a head with the godmother, and she gets them out of there. It's like one of those instances where, like, your siblings, you know, you can fight with your siblings all the time, but the second someone else messes with your sibling, you're like, nope, we're on the same side.
It really
like
do
100%.
be like that.
So, like, it was really fun to see that,
Like,
too.
you can't fight my sister. Only I can fight my sister. Oh, it's so real. Yeah, I think this was a really great episode. I guess this is the first time you ever got to spend time with the three of them, with their father. It revealed so much about Fleabag and Claire, and how they relate to their father. I felt like it put a light on their personalities in a different way, especially Claire. I think this was a great Claire episode, like, sneaky.
I agree.
Like, she had so much to do. She had to play, like, big, small, angry, sad. She got to run the gamut the most. And I just wanted to bring up, speaking of their father, how I love the way, because this episode opens with the mandatory annual breast exam. And I love the common thread throughout these first 5 episodes of their father basically coming up with, like, mandatory things for them to do, so that he can, like, show his love, and, like, he wants them to be safe, through the silent retreat, the feminist lectures, the breast exams, the death dinner. Like, their father is always, like, trying to find a way to show his love and care for them, but it's just so quirky, you know? It's not just, like, him calling them and being like, hey, are you okay? I love you. It's like, here's a trip to a retreat. Here's a free, a free breast exam. Like, I care about you. And I'm like, bro, you could just say it.
I loved that, though, because, like, he is so, like I said before, I don't have a better adjective to describe this other than bumbly. He's so bumbly and fumbly around them, and, like, but I love that he makes this effort, because, like, some dads or moms or whomever would just, like, give up. They'd be like, I am awkward about this and I don't know how to do it, so I'm just not going to. But he does, and, like, all of them have, like, all the things that he does have a significance. You know, the feminist lectures, he's trying to, like, empower them. The retreat, he's trying to get them to deal with their grief. The breast exams, he's worried because that's why their mom died. So, like, he's doing it to try and better that, like, their lives, and to, like, bring them together, or to offer some kind of growth. And, like, are they all correct? Like, are they all good ideas? No. But, like, at least he's trying something. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Really
and
trying.
I liked that.
Yeah, their dad, he really rides for them. He shows up for them just in, like, a very odd, awkward way. And I think you can see how, I think on the darker side of that coin, you can see how maybe throughout this grieving process and the loss of Boo, how fucking hard it must be trying to, like, seek solace in someone like that, as a father who's just, like, so cold and, like, awkward, and not cold, but just, like, awkward, and, like, doesn't...
He's distant.
There we go. He's distant and very kind of, like, procedural about things, and he doesn't meet them with, like, emotionality. Correct. And I think that is, you can see kind of the rift between him and Fleabag when she's first arriving at the house and all that. He's just like, she said he doesn't like being in a room with me alone. Like, it makes him uncomfortable. It's like, damn. And then he immediately proves her point.
That's tough.
And he, like,
That's
runs away from her.
Yes.
He keeps trying to run away from his kids. Like, don't talk to me. Oh, my God.
Like, oh, my God, I gotta be
I gotta go.
Yes. Like, I'm totally on the same page. And it must be really hard for Fleabag because Claire isn't particularly warm either.
No.
You know, we've talked about how in the flashbacks we see like that absolute warmth and closeness between Boo and Fleabag, and like to lose your person who is like that, and then to try and navigate not only like losing someone you care about, but also not having that connection with other people has got to be incredibly difficult.
Yeah, I think it puts her, it makes me understand her a little bit more and how poorly she's handling Boo's death. I mean, who wouldn't? But also just not having that, like, warmth and support, and not having her mother either is definitely, I think, compounding that grief and exacerbating that pain. So yeah.
That makes me think of another thing the Godmother said where she was like, oh, her little friend died. And I was like,
Bitch, if you
my gosh.
Ever in your
little
life.
friend, how condescending.
Oh, her little friend died. She killed herself. Oh my god, bitch. I wanted to jump through the TV. Yeah, that was tough. Nasty in this episode. Horrible look for Olivia Colman.
It's rough. It is not great. Yeah.
She's such a good actress.
Yep, I agree. So what behind the scenes information do you have for us this week?
Okay, so speaking of Claire, my fave, this week we're going to do a little dive into Sian Clifford, who plays Claire. Sian Clifford is an Aries, just like me. She was born on April 7th in London. She actually met Phoebe Waller-Bridge in drama school in the early 2000s. So they've known each other since, like, I want to say 2003, something like that. Yeah, they go way back, over 20 years at this point. And she is the voice of GS8 on The Bad Batch. I know you're a Star Wars head. I don't know if you've watched The Bad Batch, but she does a voice on there.
Of course I've watched The Bad Batch. I'm trying to remember who GS8 is. Yeah. I'm actually gonna...
You're like, oh!
You keep talking. I'm gonna look it up.
And most recently, she was in The Ballad of Wallace Island, which was a movie that came out, like, last year. It's the one where the rich guy was trapped. You know, he invited his favorite musician to an island to quote-unquote perform a concert, but it's just one guy that he's performing for. And he's like, did you just, like, buy me to play music in your living room? And he's like, yeah. So I guess she plays the girlfriend or like ex-girlfriend in that movie. So I really want to see that now. Like, I had already peeped that trailer like 2 years ago or so, and I was like, oh, I want to see that, and then I just forgot about it. But Claire is in that movie as well, so I want to check that out.
I have never heard of that, but I kind of want to now.
For her role as Claire, Sian Clifford was nominated for a SAG Award, and an Emmy and Critics' Choice Award. She also won the BAFTA for Best Female Comedic Performance for season 2.
Oh,
yeah, she's an award-winning actress for this show.
That's awesome.
And the origin story of her character Claire was in 2014. Phoebe Waller-Bridge had written a collection of short plays called Good, Clean, Fun, and an early prototype of the Claire character was played by Sian Clifford in those plays. So they go back decades, and most notably recently she co-starred in a miniseries called Quiz in 2020 with one Mr. Matthew McFadden.
I think you mean Mr. Darcy. Mr. Fitzwilliam himself.
Yeah, 2005 Pride and Prejudice, Mr. Darcy. And, yeah, Fleabag's sister are in a miniseries together about some, like, quiz show scandal.
Oh, I might have to check that out.
Okay, so, oh my god, so we didn't talk about him yet, but Arsehole Guy is back.
I was not expecting him at all.
I love this. I love catching you basically back to back with surprise, like, revisitations of her flings from the first couple episodes. They keep popping up, these guys.
I thought it was going to be like one and done, and it is not. They just resurface for inappropriate moments with her family.
We have to talk about this. What the fuck was not on top of being so shitty about the whole death dinner already? Her godmother was basically throwing her panties at her boyfriend in front of her, in front of her father, in front of the whole family, and then acting like that was a fine and normal thing to do. Again, bitch, I'm swinging on you at that point. Because who are you talking to?
My God.
And she kept making it a point to be like, oh my God, you're so hot. Like, you're too hot for her, basically. Like,
essentially, that's what she was saying.
Insinuating that, like, Fleabag is ugly and that she shouldn't have been able to pull a hot guy like that. And she's like, confused by it. She's like, why are you together?
Well, and then she kept being like, well, I'm an artist, so I'm just commenting because I'm an artist. And I was like, girl, you're...
That's not an excuse, bitch.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And it was so uncomfortable.
I hate when girls act like that. Ooh, I hate when women do that shit. Like, oh, this is your boyfriend? Like, yeah, it is. What, you think I'm fucking ugly?
Oh, I hate that. And like...
He's lucky to be with me.
Well, and then, like, when he left, they had this, like, really weird kiss on the cheeks, almost kiss on the lips.
She tried to kiss him on the mouth. Again, I'm throwing you down the stairs. What are you doing? Oh,
so bad.
So inappropriate.
That was really bad.
I do love him in this episode, though, because even though it is so uncomfortable and he's being so objectified, he's, like, such a good sport about it, you know? Mm-hmm. He's very, like, easygoing. She's like, oh, don't you ever get tired of being called handsome? He's like, sometimes, you know, it's fine.
He's such a himbo. Like,
I love that.
At one point when he's like, I'm gonna go do what we need to do, and he's like gonna go to the bathroom, and then he comes back, he's like, are you talking about me?
I do love a himbo. I have a tendency to go for a himbo type. I just love a hot guy who's like got a great personality. How can you go wrong? Like, just be dumb and hot. That's really kind of all I need.
Well, and then when they're like,
he's so easy to be around.
Yes, and then when they're leaving, and he's like, oh, it was just so nice to be around a normal family. And Fleabag's like,
normal?
She just looks at him, she's like, he goes, I'm actually feeling really emotional. Will you stay with me? And it's just like, aww. You know, he's just a little precious.
He's so cute. Yeah. He's one of my favorite, like, romantic characters that we've seen so far. I love Arsehole Guy.
So now we're going to get to my favorite part of the podcast episode, which is when we talk about our fourth wall breaks and our favorite dialogue. So I have two fourth wall breaks that I really enjoyed. And the first one, and we've just been talking about Arsehole Guy, is like they're sitting at the table and you can't see who's next to her. And she's like, I didn't want to show off, but... And then she like moves back so you can see him. Perfect.
Brilliant reveal. Brilliant.
Perfect.
And you're like, oh my God, he's back.
Yes, that was 100% my reaction. But my real favorite is at the very end of the episode. She's getting on the motorcycle with him, and you see the cat. Now, I have conflicting feelings about the cat because as we have mentioned before, I am an animal person, and I worry about this kitty out on its own.
Same.
But I also feel like redeemed because I hated the way that the godmother was like, oh, he's cutting down that tree because she tried escaping and she's really expensive. And I was like, expensive is not like the first adjective I would use to describe my animals whom I love.
A living being?
Like, I love my dog so much that would like be at the bottom of the list. And
what do you mean expensive? Yeah, that's such a crazy thing to say. Like, again, it just kind of shows her character. Like, it's
100%
show. It's all grandstanding, kind of. Oh, my cat's very expensive. Not, oh, my cat's cute. She's sweet. She's smart. No, the first adjective is she's expensive.
Like, I would be so upset if she were gone.
Never said that.
While she's getting on the bike, she sees the cat, and all she does is, like, look over her shoulder and smirk, and it's just perfect. It is absolute perfection. What did you have?
Godmother deserves it. She deserved that.
100%.
Yeah, I just have to get that out there. We hate her right now. She's, oh god. She pissed me off this episode the entire time.
Yeah.
But anyway, my favorite fourth wall break is, I think it's right at the beginning of the dinner, right? When Godmother's talking about her upcoming sexhibition. And
I think it's like in the middle, like,
okay.
because they've already had their first like awkward part of dinner, and this is the second part.
Oh, okay. So she sandwiches it in between awkward moments. Even better.
Great.
And she tells the girls, like, oh, your father's a very sexual being, which is already just so out of pocket to say to your daughters, especially during dinner. Wild. And then Fleabag looks at the camera and she's like, knew it.
This one cracked me up.
I think, again, it just shows, like, the similarities between her and her father, even if it's something a little dirty, a little raunchy. She's like, I mean, I get it from somewhere, right?
I thought it was so funny because it reminded me of when she was in the cafe and she was like, oh my gosh, I am just gonna like have sex with the next person who comes in here. And then it was her dad.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, you're right. There has been a couple of weird, like, sexual things, like, tangentially related to her father, not in like a gross incesty way. So they're okay. We can accept these types of interactions. But yeah, I just thought that one was really funny. Isn't there another fourth wall break where it must have been like the 8th or 10th time that the godmother had said how attractive her boyfriend is, and she's like, yeah, I know, and like just like some little moment where she looks over at us like, you seeing this shit? And I'm like, yeah, we see it.
Yeah.
Like, the fuck is this lady doing? But yeah, that's my main one. The father and the sexuality. Don't clip that.
What about your dialogue? I love the ones you chose.
They're so this one is very, I forgot to say up front, but this episode is so well written. They all are, shocker. But this one especially, like I said, it all takes place within one room, basically. And it just travels. It feels so kinetic. So I had a lot of great lines this episode that really just had me out loud laughing. The first one is right up top when when Fleabag's trying to make a joke during her breast exam, and the doctor just gets more and more and more pissed off. And she just said something so out of pocket to him that he like stopped and he was like, why do you think I would enjoy this? I'm checking if you have cancer or not. Like, this is deciding whether you live or die. Like, nothing's funny, bitch. Like, stop. And I think right after the exam, her father asks her, like, oh, how'd it go? So she says something about how, I think the doctor asks her, like, oh, why are you here? And she has to disclose that her mother died of breast cancer. And she says something about, like, evil boobs everywhere. And I just thought that was really funny. And then her dad,
that's great.
like, that awkward way that he tries to ask if the breast exam went okay. Like, her dad is like, they're happy? They're getting along all right? It's like, you didn't have to say it like that, dude. You're being so weird right now. Please.
Like, literally all you have to do is be like, how was your exam this morning?
They're happy?
Bing, bang, boom, you're done. Like,
yeah. Are your boobies getting along?
Or are they fighting with each other? Like,
so uncomfortable. Phrasing, my guy.
Oh my god.
And then the last one I have is obviously the big Claire when she breaks and she says you can't just fuck off on airplanes and leave your weird stepson and broken sister to fend for themselves.
Ooh,
savage. Yeah, tough line.
That was tough. That was tough.
Oh, Fleabag just looked so dejected by that because it's like, damn, that's how you see me? Like, I'm a burden you have to stick around for and I'm broken? Like, it's hard, but I also think maybe Fleabag needed to hear that, you know?
I absolutely think she needed to hear it. Like, because she was thinking the only reason that Claire wasn't going was because of the weird stepson that we have not talked about enough. And to know that, like, it's also her. Like, she is also giving her sister pause for this, like, momentous thing that she should be doing. I do think she needed to hear that.
Yeah, she's like, Claire's not saying she's a burden by any means, but she is, I think she's showing in a kind of a mean, fucked up way to say it, but she's worried about Fleabag, and she's like, I don't want to leave you because I don't think you're doing very well. Do you? So what about you?
I shockingly have a couple. If anyone listens to my podcast, the fact that I can't make decisions is a highlight. So this is part of that. There's a part right at the beginning when Fleabag is like asking Claire if they're okay, and Claire's like, it's fine, it's totally fine. And I was like, whoa, that's a little real, because I say that literally all the time when things are not fine.
Oh no.
So that was a mirror. The next one I have is the dad. When he's like asking about their boobs, he's also like, you are my daughters. And they're just like, yes, we are.
Yes. We are.
And it's just so awkward, and it was so funny. Like, he is hilarious in
His
this.
communication is so painful. He can't. You know what he's, like you said, his intentions are so good. You know what he's going for, what he wants to say, what he's trying to actually say in that moment is like, I'm worried about you, and like I hope you're okay, because I love you, because you're my daughters. But all he gets out is, you're my daughters.
Yeah, it's so
like, damn, dude.
And it takes him so long to say it. Like, he doesn't know the words, or like he's not sure, and like it's just so awkward and so fun. The next one I have is when Fleabag is talking to Claire about the fact that she's like bringing a guy, and she's like, he's horrifically hot. You're gonna puke when you see him. And that is just like such a thing you say to your girlfriends. Like, just you wait. You're
gonna die.
Yeah. Now, I have a genuine question.
Yeah.
I was distressed because when Fleabag is talking about Claire's hair, she has braids in. And she calls them plaits. And I had the captions on, the subtitles, and I have always thought that word was pronounced plate. Is that like a British American thing? Are they supposed to be plaits? Have I been saying that wrong for the past 34 years? Cool.
I regret
That's great.
to inform you, it is plat.
No. Oh my God.
On both sides of the pond.
No! Oh, I am not okay with that. I feel this is one of those things where like I've read this word a million times and I've never said it out loud.
That happens to me all the time. I get it. Yeah, it's plat as in flat, not plate as in 8.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Why is there an I in there then? That is stupid.
Because English is a rough language.
English is a rough language.
Sense.
Well,
it makes no sense.
I'm embarrassed, and it's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine.
You learned something new. You know, we're learning and we're growing every day.
No.
And it's okay as long as you try.
Oh no. I need you to put that Mariquita away. That is not what we based our friendship on.
Oh my God, you don't like Jiminy Cricket version of me?
No. I love you. I don't love that.
And you're doing your best, and I can slip into a Pollyanna persona pretty quickly. It's especially if I'm like trying to defend somebody, or if someone is like embarrassed when they shouldn't be, I'm like, and no, you shouldn't feel that way because at least you tried and you did a good job.
Oh my God.
Wow. You're making a terrible face right now. She doesn't like it, guys.
I don't. I don't like it. I need you to be mean. Please and thank you.
So many people say that. It's like, maybe I'm just too good at being mean. Damn.
It's something.
What are you gonna do? So, for the next episode, which will be the finale of season 1, what are your predictions?
Okay. So we see Fleabag put the bust back. You know, Claire brings it back and tells her to, like, put it back. And she puts it back, but then Claire, in a shocking turn of events, steals it at the end of the episode. Love that for her.
That's my girl. That's my girl. Let's pay back.
I feel like, perchance, the bust, like, they're gonna bring it back at the sexhibition. So I'm assuming the finale is going to be the sexhibition, and that it's going to play a part in, like, trying to humiliate the godmother at the sexhibition. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know how it's going to play out. I don't know what it's going to do, but I think that's how it's going to show up. Now,
perhaps.
Ooh. On a different, I need to just talk this out, and maybe this is just me overanalyzing because, you know, we have a tendency to do that as people who, you know, consume media this way.
A slight tendency.
We have a slight tendency to overanalyze. Also add in the fact that, like, I love, like, literature and language arts and all of that, so I have a tendency to overanalyze, period. And I'm an anxious person. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's totally fine. It's fine. Totally fine. So when they're at the dinner and the godmother is talking about how everybody just wants to be touched and loved, and that's all that anybody wants, we get this flashback from Fleabag to that same flashback that she had at the silent retreat when they told her to think of a tense moment, and it's of somebody unbuckling someone's pants. And when this happened last week at the silent retreat, I was like, why would that be a tense memory? Like, we know that Fleabag... Oh no, I just got it. I just got there. Oh no.
What do you think?
She's the one who cheated with Boo's boyfriend, and that's... Oh, no. Oh, no, I don't like it. I want to... Okay, if that's it, I'm going to be very upset. Oh, my God.
We'll see. Don't cry.
Don't cry. It's going to make me cry. Oh,
no. It's, I can't say anything. We'll see.
Oh, this is really cool. Oh my God.
Y'all, Anna is, she's sobbing. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Oh, you just broke your own heart, babe, and I can't even confirm or deny what's about to happen.
It's fine. It's totally fine. It's totally fine.
This will not be the first time you're brought to tears, I fear.
Oh no. Okay. Oh, that happened in real time, and I don't know how I feel about that. I'm
so glad we caught that on video. That's incredible.
That's so embarrassing.
See, this show just got you. You're in now. You're in. You're like, oh God, what's about to happen? And then you're like thinking about it, and you're like, if that happens, I will fucking die. Yeah, that's why I'm such a fan of this show. It's just an emotional kick to the face sometimes. There's just so much there as far as love and friendship and addiction and, you know, whatnot. There's man, the finale is excellent, but I fear you might be crying some more. That's all I'm gonna say.
Cool. I have never cried on a podcast before. That was the first time that happened, and I'm really embarrassed. Oh my God.
Got her. I'm so honored that you shared that with me.
That was... Oh my God.
I was like, oh no, honey, no.
fine.
That just made me so sad.
It's okay.
Honey. Yeah, we'll tune in next week. So tune in next week. Oh my god, I am dying inside. As she wipes away tears.
These are different ones. It's fine.
Good lord. Thank you guys for joining us while we work through some things. We'll see you next week for the finale of season 1 of Fleabag. Feel free to follow us on socials at postfilmclaritypod, all one word, and Stone's Top Tens, all one word. You can email us at either address at gmail.com.
Next week, we will be looking at the finale of season 1, episode 6.